are they so bloody skint? They have no money of their own. They ran around the world stealing other people's jewels, and now they refuse to send them home. Come. This is a good march, by the way. They've been coming for a while.
Thank you. Right, thank you. Okay. Okay, right. Thank you. Brilliant. That's a nice one there.
Can Kevin Gore make his way to the stage, please? Afternoon. On behalf of the team, I'd like to welcome everybody to All Under One Banner Edinburgh, our 45th national demonstration. Loads of people to thank: Pipe Band, Police Scotland, all yous. Yes Bikers. What a show that was, eh? Give us a shout for the Yes Bikers. Is that it? Louder! Okay, we've got a good line-up for you today. We've got a couple of SNP, a couple of Alba, ISP, Salvo, Comla and music acts for you. And Police Scotland have guaranteed us, right, that the pubs will remain open at 3 o'clock, right? So you've no excuse for disappearing. Okay, right, put Wendy up you go.
Right, I need to go on my tiptoes here. I just want to say a big happy birthday to Johnny Wilson, who is 21 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Johnny. And also a big shout out for Jun Nicholson, who's usually our packed lunch maker, but she's not well today, so we miss you, Jun. We're all going to be starving.
Right, first speaker up is Mike Fenick from Declarations. Could you listen to him, please, because he's got a wee thing he wants you to sign. Okay.
Hello, Scotland. Waking up. Some of you in the audience will know why I'm here today. Some of you won't. So I'm going to very briefly read you something. Just over 700 years ago, on a day in the month which was number 6, a declaration was signed. It declared that the people of Scotland, that is every single one of you, the people of Scotland are sovereign. We are on another day that is dated the 6th. And I posted a whole load of posts on Facebook because I'm offering every single one of you an invitation to do something today. Just round the corner at the far end of that van, you'll find a small table, and on it are 1,000 declarations of sovereign Scots. Now that might surprise you, but it's been all over Scotland with me. I've got support from yes groups in Scotland. And what I'm asking you to do, what I'm inviting you to do, is to sign a declaration of a sovereign Scot, a declaration which states to bring an end to the Union and to regain Scotland's independence. It's a piece of paper that size. All it takes is a pen and about 20 seconds of your time. Come round there, form an orderly queue if you can. It's been done before. It was done once at Arbroath. And there's a famous photograph of a long, long queue waiting to sign their declaration. Have a great afternoon, and I hope to meet you later. Thank you.
Sorry about that, everybody. Next up, we have someone that we'll all know. He's a rockin' Scottish rebel, Mr. Pete Scully.
Hello, Edinburgh. You sleeping? Hello, Edinburgh. That's better. Let them hear you out there. See the glaikit-looking ones there with the upside-down flags? Let them hear you. I want one more big cheer, right? See the day? See down here at the front, we've got a fella in a wheelchair. This is David Lilly. He's been in hospital for about a year and a half. This is his first rally in about 2 years. And he's so emotional to be back here amongst all his own people. So can we give him a big cheer, please? Big cheer for David. Teresa don't like it, this flag I wear. Boris thinks I'm crazy, cause I comb my hair. I wanna free my country, but I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna rock, gonna roll, gonna do it almost every day. Oh yeah, I'm a Scottish rebel from head to toe, but I gotta keep it rocking everywhere I go. Everybody join us, we're good company. Claim your country back, be a Scottish rebel like me. I've been waiting on freedom. Monkey, I've been waiting too long. Their time is over. That's why I'm singing this song. All under one banner. Hope over fear, man. And forward as one. We're marching all over this land. Oh yeah, I'm a Scottish rebel from head to toe, but I gotta keep it rocking everywhere I go. Everybody join us, we're good company. Play your country back, be a Scottish rebel like me. Yeah! If there's room, you can have a wee shimmy. We're sending a message, we're sending it clear. We're rising up, boy, our time is here. We'll have a celebration, cause we're doing it our own way. And then we'll rock till we drop on Independence Day. Oh yeah, I'm a Scottish rebel from head to toe, but I gotta keep it rocking everywhere I go. Everybody join us, we're good company. Play me country back, be a Scottish rebel like me. I'm a Scottish rebel from head to toe, but I gotta keep it rocking everywhere I go. Everybody join us, we're good company. Play me country back, be a Scottish rebel like me. Play me country back, and be a Scottish rebel like me. Be a real cool cat, be a rockin' Scottish rebel like me. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I'm knackered. I've been no well all week, so no as no well as I'm right enough. Oh, flower of Scotland, when will we see your likes again that fought and died for your wee Helen Glen that stood against him? Proud Edward's army and sent him homeward to think again. The hills are bare now, and autumn leaves lie thick and still. Our land that is lost now, that those so dearly held and stood against him. Proud Edward's army sent him homeward to think again. Go, 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 go! Those days are past now, and in the past they must remain, for we can still rise now and be a nation again that stood against it. Proud Edward's army and sent him homeward to think again. Come on, join in! Oh, flower of Scotland, when will we see your likes again that fought and died for your wee Helen Glen that stood against him? Proud Edward's army and sent him homeward to think again, and sent him homeward to think again. Sent man K homeward to think again. He's like a wee distraction in the corner, isn't he? You can't help but look at him and go, ugh. stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I have moved, kept on moving, proved the points that I needed proving. I've lost the friends I needed losing, found others on the way. And I have tried, kept on trying, stolen dreams, yeah, there's no denying. I've traveled far, with conscience flying, somewhere in the wind. Let me tell you that I love you, and that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. If I should be called a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. So I'm sitting here before the fire, the empty room, the forest quiet, the flames they don't get any higher, they're withered now, they're gone. And so I'm steady thinking, my way is clear, and I know what I will do tomorrow when the hands are shaking and the kisses flown. I will disappear. Let me tell you that I love you, and that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. If I should be called a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Let me hear you. Let me tell you that I love you, and that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. If I should be called a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Thank you very much. This is Patriots. Gaze through the eyes of a legend like Wallace or Bruce, and you'll see they have stolen our country's potential. Our beautiful land should be free, but we'll take no more of it. We're making sure of it. Come sing along with me. We are patriots, one and all. You can tell by the roar when we answer the call. We are patriots, one and all. We're fighting for Scotland and freedom for all. Stand in the fields of Culloden your eyes. Feel the resurgence within you from your countrymen who have died. But they'll take no more away. Stand up and have your say. Come and stand with me. We are patriots, one and all. You can tell by the roar when we answer the call. We are patriots, one and all. We're fighting for Scotland and freedom for all. Let me see the flags in the air. It's a beautiful sight to be up here. And thanks to all under one banner for having me back again. One more time, let me see the flags up. Gaze through the eyes of a legend like Wallace or Bruce, and you'll see we gather with proud Scottish people to fight for our land to be free. And as the time goes by, watch as we multiply. Soon everyone will see. We are patriots, one and all. You can tell by the roar when we answer the call. We are patriots, one and all. We're fighting for Scotland and freedom for all. We are patriots, one and all. You can tell by the roar when we answer the call. We are patriots, one and all. We're fighting for Scotland and freedom for all. Thank you very much, Edinburgh. I hope to see you all again soon. I'll be next in Coatbridge at the rescheduled Hope Over Fear in Coatbridge in 2 weeks. Thank you very much.
Well done, Pete. Always pulls the crowd. Yeah, he is. Okay, next up, no introduction yet again. Everybody knows who he is. It's Tommy. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Kenny. The leader of the Alba Party, Mr. Kenny MacAskill.
Thank you, Wendy. Well, the sun is out, the saltire is flying, the movement is on the march. Numbers are not yet back to what we had a few years when we had 100,000 out here, but they're up on what we've had in recent years. Momentum is returning because the need in our country has never been greater. But it is appropriate that we fly our flag, because our flag represents the Scotland, not that there is, but the Scotland that we want it to be. Because we know that the tragedy in Scotland is not how bad things are, but how much better they should be. But our flag, it represents now, as it did in 2014, as it always has. It represents hope, not hate. And it represents everybody in this land, because we are all Jock Thompson's bairns. John Thompson, from which the name Jock Thompson's obviously comes, was the minister at Duddingston Kirk, just the other side of the hill. But in talking about Jock Thompson, we're talking about everybody in this country, irrespective of creed, irrespective of religion, irrespective of where they came from or when they arrived. They are all Jock Thompson's bairns, and we must never, ever allow people to be marginalised and treated with contempt, as sadly has happened in our country in the past with those who came here from the likes of Italy or Ireland. We move on and we protect those who come. But the need for independence has never been greater. But I want to give thanks where thanks is due and give credit The recent actions taken by John Swinney on Palestine are to give him enormous credit. He's making Scotland walk tall. He's doing the right thing to speak out against a genocide and to defend the rights of the Palestinian people to have their homeland. So I congratulate him for that. But at the same time, what about our own land? What is he doing to protect our country and to drive it forward? We're into autumn. Winter's approaching. Many of you coming down the east coast or coming from the west, all you see is turbines. Turbines turning on land, turnings offshore. Scotland is energy rich, and yet we've got almost half of our population who won't be able to turn the heating on because they can't afford it. There is something frankly wrong about that. It not only affects individuals, but it affects the economy and businesses. We see those turbines, but our young folk don't build them. We maintain the turbines, but we don't get any of the contracts for the businesses. That has to change, but it'll only change when we have independence. And that's why we've got to be moving on it. It's not good enough for a country that claims the credit of the claim of right to simply go forward with a right to claim. We have rights, and it's about time that we exercise them and not simply got on our knees and begged. We were told Boris would blink, but he didn't. We're told Keir will apparently change his mind. Well, he won't. We know what the Supreme Court has said about a referendum, so that ship has sailed. But the Supreme Court did keep open the opportunity of a plebiscite election. They refer to it as a democratic event. That's why in May of next year, we've got to give the people of Scotland an opportunity to vote for independence, and an opportunity I believe that they can take and that they will take, not be sidetracked on marginalising individuals who aren't to blame for the problems our country faces. But to do that, you've got to have some courage, not just to speak out for Palestine, but to speak out for Scotland. To have not just rhetoric and warm words, but to have a strategy. That's why it has to be a plebiscite election. I gave the eulogy for Alex Salmond at his funeral and at the memorial service. But I always remember a member of staff in East Lothian Council telling me what he remembered, and I put it in the speech. He said, Alex Salmond made us walk tall. We felt proud going into 18 September. We felt we knew where we came from, who we were, and what our country could be. That's what I want to get back. The tragedy now is John Swinney is making us think small. It's now not down to we'll be able to take independence. It's we'll be able to say, please, sir, can we have another referendum? And we already know the answer. That's why in May 2026, it's got to be a plebiscite election, and it's got to be splitting the vote. And I'll be pushing, it's up to you, and there's other political parties. But we'll be running in the Alba party on a list vote Alba, because that is going to be us driving forward the cause of independence. Thanks for coming. Keep the flags flying high. They are about a decent country, not about being used by those who are racist or neo-fascist.
Thank you, Bruno. Before we introduce the next musician, I'd like to give a big shout out to Indie Live. They have a crowdfunder running. Indie Live live stream all the events, not just ours, every other one. So if you've got a spare quid or something, shove it in the Indie Live crowdfunder. Our next guest I'd like to introduce is Mr. Kevin Gore.
How do you want this, Bruno? How does this come up? Thank you very much. Right, you better come down a wee bit, Bruno.
You hear the guitar all right? You okay? Cool. There's a wee song for every culture, every creed, every religion in Scotland. Because we're all Jock Thompson's bairns. Even the folks over there as well, believe it or not. Well, I went out walking to Galway, Perth and Kinross, the Clyde Valley. And up above me, in the skyway, this land was made for you and me. Oh, this is your land, this is my land. From the Isle of Arran to Shetland Islands, from the southern border to the northern highlands, this land was made for you and me. The sun was rising on a new day dawning. I saw tens of thousands, people marching, the lion rampants and salt tires flying. This land was made for you and me. Oh, this is your land, this is my land. From the Isle of Arran to Shetland Islands, from the southern border to the northern highlands, this land was made for you and me. And every culture, creed and colour, we stand as one. We stand together in a new beginning for all Scotland's children. This land was made for you and me. Oh, this is your land, this is my land. From the Isle of Arran to Shetland Islands, from the southern border to the northern highlands, this land was made for you and me. Oh, this is your land, this is my land. From the Isle of Arran to Shetland Islands, from the southern border to the northern highlands, this land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land is made for you and me. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. It's the elephant in the park. Great to support Scottish independence. You can't turn a blind eye to the genocide over in Palestine at the same time if you're looking for equality and freedom. They turned off the water and the electricity. Bombed hotels and cities from the river to the sea. Tens of thousands slaughtered, millions displaced. The Zionist crime on humanity, it brings shame to the human race. Food charities targeted and the blockade. Journalists, doctors, medics murdered who once stood so brave. But we march in our millions, black, brown and white, declaring to the world we stand with Palestine. So they call us extremists, anti-Semite, for refusing to be complicit their genocide. They'll be marching in millions, black, brown and white, declaring to the world that we stand with Palestine. We stand with Palestine. From the river to the sea, Palestine shall be free. From the sea to the river, Palestine shall live forever. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, folks, do one more song. I wrote the song back in 2013. But I'll still keep singing it until the day comes when Scotland wins its independence. It's a song called Independence Day. Marching on the street today with my yes badge on. A stranger, he approached me to tell me I was wrong. He said I was a dreamer. Well, I let him have his say. He said, yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. And when that day comes around, coming will for sure, we shall have a country where all can be assured. A nation of equality, fairness and respect. And the government we vote for is the government we get on an Independence Day. On Independence Day. Yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. I'm not anti-English, not an Irish or the Welsh. I'm just dreaming of a country that distributes its wealth. Downtrodden people have opportunity to break the chains and free themselves from the traps of poverty on an Independence Day. Independence Day. Yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. I'm dedicating this song to David. You know, lovely to see you, brother. He called bala, he called bala, he called bala. He called bala, he called bala, he called bala. And I know that I'm fortunate, and I know well off I am, compared to those in Kihei or in Palestine. Just dreaming of a country where one day we'll be free to determine our own future and our people's destiny on Independence Day. Independence Day. Yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. Independence Day. Independence Day. Yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. Well, I was standing in the park today outside of Parliament, still my yes badge on. And the stranger, he approached me to tell me I was wrong. I said, yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. Thanks very much, folks. Thanks all on the Run Banner for having me. Thank you. Cheers.
Okay, thank you to Kevin. Just a quick announcement. Today's march, there was 3,000 folk turned out for the march. Big applaud to all of you. Okay, next up, we've got a man who's got some big shoes to fill. Our candidate for Midlothian South, Lauderdale and Tweeddale, please welcome to the stage Callum K.
Friends, fellow independent supporter, what a fine sight you are to see today. Do you know, we come here today from different political parties, different backgrounds, and on different journeys. But today we stand together under one banner for one cause, the independence of Scotland. Now, the Scotland we march in today is at a critical moment, more so than almost any time in our past. The opportunities before us are enormous, fair, international, rich. But the dangers are just as dangerous and as destructive. Let's not kid ourselves. The world is darker than when we marched in our hundreds of thousands. Ukraine has endured invasion, bombardment, and betrayal. America feels lost to democracy, even to decency and sense. Palestinian people, persecuted for decades, now face genocide and even famine in Gaza. And Britain grows poorer, while the political parties abandon any principles and race each other to the right. And yet, there are places where the land is bright, with the promise of what could also be. Look east and north to independent Norway, who guarded their resources and grow in wealth and happiness. Look west to Ireland, whose hard-won freedom has let it prosper and win respect across the world. And look south to Pedro Sanchez's Spain, where progressive leadership leads the way in banning sales to Israel, welcomes immigrants, and builds the EU's fastest growing economy. We can do it too. With independence regained, we hold extraordinary opportunities, rich natural resources, a highly educated and talented people, and limitless green energy. The potential to be a beacon in the darkness, a fair haven for our future. The next 8 months will decide our path. Either we take the steps to reclaim Scotland's rightful freedom, or we risk a Labour Westminster that swings from hostility to indifference, while Farage's agenda drags us all deeper into the gathering dark. For in May 2026, everything is on the line. All who support Scotland's future, free and fair, will be defending the good we've already built since our Parliament reopened, especially since 2007, where we gained the power to build something better. Free prescriptions, free higher education, the Scottish child payment, the baby box, protection from the bedroom tax, and so much more. Yet, our goal is greater still. Scotland's regained independent sovereignty and our freedom as a European nation that we have always been. Now, our biggest enemy is not the failing Tories, nor Labour's broken promises, or even Farage's poison. We are ready for them. Our biggest enemy, our biggest challenge, is cynicism and disengagement, voter suppression that those forces rely on. Our task, my friends, is to awaken our fellow Scots so that, as in 2014, we build the turnout this decision deserves. That's why we are marching today. Not to tell the mainstream media who will misrepresent or ignore, not to show Starmer, who cannot even recognize a genocide when it's on his screen every night. We are here to start again the fires that burned so bright in 2014. We are here to tell our own folk that the fight is not over. It's on again and with a vengeance. In 8 months' time, we must pile up such a mountain of votes and raise such a storm of hopeful, angry and determined people that our nation can claim our freedom and rightful place in Europe and the world. I and my party will strive for every vote to make the biggest contribution we can to Scotland's victory. But as a people's movement, these marches are building the momentum towards an unanswerable outcome. So let us inspire folk to see a majority, both of seats and votes, which will once again, in May 2026, reassert Scotland's claim of right, and then the sovereign will of the Scottish people will have spoken. Thank you.
So here comes Graeme Brown.
Wasn't a half, was it? What mic do you want me to bring up? Okay, that's fine. Kale, do you want to go on the other side? Yeah. I would play in Boots Windy for a tenner. I was always fussy. Yeah. The other side of the drums, please. Right, Kyle.
Well, when I play drums, I like to have the bass player on the hi-hat side.
Aye.
Eye contact.
I say to the drummer, what's your loudest cymbal? I'll go at the other side.
Left-handed drummer.
Where am I into? Where am I going into?
Right.
This side.
Hello Edinburgh, how all doing? You still with us today? It's good to see you, you look fantastic. So many faces I know from all over the years, it's brilliant. Okay, we're going to kick things off with a song by a local Dundee band called Stone Preachers. This song is actually being released tomorrow, so check it out on Spotify. It's called Homeland. Okay, Edinburgh, I'm going to need you to clap your hands. Come on, stamp your feet. Let's do this. Let's make some noise. Yeah. On the outside of town, I was walking around, but my feet, they don't travel so far. There's a million things that I want to do on this road with this old guitar. But I always think of you, my homeland so true. My heart is ready to free the white and the blue. Yeah! Will you stand with me over land and sea, in this place where we will all roam? And if you take my hand, we can dance in the sand beneath the Caledonian sky. And I'll always think of you, my homeland so true. My heart is ready to free the white and the blue. Oh, the wild winds blow through the Highland high, where the thistle grows and the eagles fly over logs so deep and skies so grand. My heart beats strong, so take my hand. Okay, so this verse is dedicated to you guys, okay? I will dance and sing on the day we win, come rain, sunshine or snow. And the rolling hills that I call home, that's the place where we will all go. And I'll always think of you, my homeland so true. My heart is ready to free the white and the blue. I said my heart is ready to free the white and the blue. I said my heart is ready to free the white and the blue. That's Homeland. These guys joined Edinburgh. Here's a song that I wrote back in 2011. Still going strong. See if you know it. I know that Ian knows it. See the shining light of freedom in your eyes. I can see the arrows fly and the cross in the sky. I found the road where I hear the battle cry. I can hear the nation tonight. Walk the road and hear the battle battle cry. Feel the pride when you hear the distant pipes. Loud and clear, 1,000 voices cry. I can hear the nation tonight. Across the sea and far, the flags fly so high. For all our liberty, the fight will never die. It grows so strong, join in and sing this song. I can hear the nation tonight. Walk the road and hear the battle cry. Feel the pride when you hear the distant pipes. Loud and clear, 1,000 voices cry. I can hear the nation tonight. As the thunder in the fields echo through my mind, takes me to another place with beauty all around. In dreams of gold, where freedom is never sold. Can you hear the nation tonight? Oh, ladies and gents, give yourselves a round of applause. You look fantastic. You look amazing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk the road and hear the battle cry. Feel the pride when you hear the distant pipes. Loud and clear, 1,000 voices cry. I can hear the nation tonight. I can hear the nation tonight. Let's hear you. I can hear the nation tonight. Woo! Ah, brilliant. Let's test your voices. What do we want? And when do we want it? Ah, brilliant. I'm going to dedicate this last song to my very, very dear friend, Annie. Ladies and gents, Annie is at every single event, every march, every rally, and she's Dundonian, and that's what I love about her. Annie, this is for you. Union man said that we can't have a nation to hold. Union man said that we can't have our own pot of gold. Union man said that you'll starve if you're old. Union man said we can't have a nation to hold. Union man said you'll be out in the cold and the dark. Union man said that your land has no heart. Union man said that it's all in the past. Union man, step aside, you had your chance. And watch us rise into the sky. See the passion for freedom in our eyes. We were lost in the lies. Scotland calls, so watch us rise. Labour and
and Tory men tell us that we are too weak. As they celebrate victory won by the man on TV. There's too many questions and too many answers, you see. There's cheap points for your stories and lies by the BBC. I can see the road ahead, we're so close. We've travelled so far, this time everyone knows. We must say thanks to the ones who fought for this land. Freedom for me and you and Alex the man. So watch us rise into the sky. See the passion for freedom in our eyes. We were lost in the lies. Scotland calls, so watch us rise. Stand in the square, show us you care, fly your flags. If you're a no voter, join us, you won't be the last. Forget the old days, we won't bow down to the man. Scotland's nation will rise by the work of our hands. Oh, Scotland's nation will rise by the work of our hands. Okay, let's hear you. So watch us rise into the sky. See the passion for freedom in our eyes. We were lost in the lies. Scotland calls, so watch us rise. Okay, on your own, let's hear you sing. So watch us rise into the sky. See the passion for freedom in our eyes. We were lost in the lies. Scotland calls, so watch us rise. Oh, you're beautiful. Hope over fear. Hell, don't be afraid. Tell Westminster Tories, Scotland's no longer your slave. Ah, baby, yeah, we'll use these today. Rip the chains from the unicorn and show them that Scotland is brave. Here we go! Oh, flourish Scotland, when will we see your lives again? Have fought and died for. Yeah, me got hell in the land and stood against him. Proud Edward's army, yep, and sent him homeward. Exactly, to think again. Here we go. So watch us rise into the sky. See the passion for freedom in our eyes. We were lost in the lies. Scotland calls. Ladies and gents, put your hands together for Mr. Kyle Brown on guitar, Bruno on sound, and everybody else that's been and going to be after me as well. You're in for a great treat today. So watch us rise into the sky. See the passion for freedom in our eyes. We were lost in the lies. Scotland calls, so watch us rise. Enjoy the rest of your day, thank you so much.
Well done, Cale.
Right, we've got a bag here that belongs to a woman who has 3 young girls. She left it sitting at, thanks Bruno, she left it sitting at a stall to take photos, so her bag's missing. I'll just shout it again. A lassie with 3 young lassies has left her bag at a stall. Just come and get it at the stage area. Next, I'd like to introduce you Paddy from Cola.
Hello, Edinburgh. It's great to see so many independent supporters here today. Sorry. Every time. So, it's good to see you all here today. I'm going to do something different to what's gone before here today. I'm going to talk about you. Each and every one of you. You are sovereign Scots. Now, we know we're sovereign because the claim of rights, but I want to talk about today and tomorrow and the day after that, and hopefully a millennia of a new Scotland. We need to gain rights to change the Parliament building next to us. This building was built and paid for by the British state. Now, I would have much preferred to have a less opulent building than this, but it's the one we've got. But what we have to try and do is change what happens inside that building. And this is where it comes back to each and every one of you, to have a vehicle to claim your right as sovereign Scots. The way to do that is to support a petition that is currently in the Scottish Parliament. This petition is PE 2153. I'm going to bore you with a long thing now. It's an international covenant, on civil and political rights. These are your rights. You're the civic. You're the rights. You are the sovereign people of Scotland. I want you to do me a favour and indulge me. I'm going to shout out to you, I'm a sovereign Scot, being a Welshman. And I'm going to ask you to reply, we are the sovereign people. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. I'm a sovereign Scot. I'm a sovereign Scot. And we demand the right to exercise our sovereignty in that place, the Parliament building, which is meant to be the Parliament building of the Scottish people. You, each and every one of you, have the right to tell that Parliament what you expect. Not every 4 or 5 years, but have a mechanism to hold them to account. And that's what this covenant would do. It was actually agreed, taken on board, and put on a shelf in 1976 in the English UK Parliament. Under the Scotland Act of 1998, this Parliament can hold referendums. You do not need a Section 30 to hold a referendum. Could I make an announcement, please? Is there any doctors here, please? Could they go to the Salvo tent? Somebody needs their assistant. So if there's a doctor here, could you please go to the Salvo tent? Thank you. Right, back on track. So, we want to demonstrate our right as sovereign Scots. We want to tell the Parliament what we want. We don't want to wait every 4 or 5 years when they ask you to give them a vote, and then they go in there and they just decide what they're going to do. They need to be accountable to you, each and every one of you. So my demand is that that Parliament listens to us. But there's a table behind you there, respect Scottish sovereignty. If you go to that table, you can sign up for that petition. There's over 7,000 signatures already signed that. And remember one thing, this petition is the second highest supported petition since the Parliament was reconvened. So it's not that people don't want to do it, they just don't know about it. I am not here today to tell you that that act will give you independence. That would be a fib. I'm here to tell you it's the start of a journey. If we want the Scotland that we want it to be, you and everybody here today, your friends, your neighbours, have to go out and have to demand that Parliament, have to demand the Scotland that we want Scotland to be. It's not good enough just to let the politicians run the show. You, me, everybody are sovereign. We are the power. Under the claim of right, the Scottish people are the power, not the politicians. So, before I finish, please indulge me again. When I shout out, I'm a sovereign Scot, I want each and every one of you to reply, we are the sovereign people. I'm a sovereign Scot! I'm a sovereign Scot! Shin, Cola.
Thanks, Bruno. Too many tall folk. If Jun Hisop is in the audience, if he'd like to make his way up to the stage area, Jun Hisop. But now I'd like to introduce you to Fiona Nelson. No. Right. Tommy Sheridan.
Thanks very much, brothers and sisters. I think Fiona is dealing with a medical issue, and that's why she's not available right now. So well done, Fiona, and you'll be up as soon as hopefully you've managed to help the person that needs some assistance. Brothers and sisters, can I first of all say good luck to Liberation Scotland in Geneva on the 18th of September with a legal case. I hope that all of us follow that and support them. And we wish them all the very best. Can I also invite everyone who can make it on the 20th of September to join us in the Eagle Inn in Coatbridge for the annual Hope Over Fear rally, where we'll have several speakers, including very many of the acts that have already entertained us today. That will be a great day, so please join us. Brothers and sisters, it's 11 years, almost 11 years to the day, when we had the opportunity to take our own destiny in our own hands. Unfortunately, we fell short, and therefore it's fitting that we perhaps reflect on what could have been, reflect on the problems that we are now trying to cope with, to deal with, as a result of us not having the courage to stand up and take responsibility for our own lives and our own country. In the run-up to today, I thought I'd do some research. Do some research about the things that matter to people, the important things in life, like the cost of living, like paying your utility bills. And I looked at some of the House of Commons research which showed that in the year 2021, 4.5 million people across the UK, 4.5 million people couldn't afford their utility bills. By 2025, now 6.1 million people can't afford to pay their utility bills, such as the rise in the cost of living. We now have 128,000 people every year dying in fuel poverty. Dying in fuel poverty, 118,000 of them pensioners. Brothers and sisters, we have an absolute scandal across the UK in relation to these prices, because the energy industry is dominated by 4 private companies that own and control the electricity and the gas that's sold across the UK. And I looked at the research, and the research is absolutely shocking, because the research shows that the profit margins for the supply of electricity has risen by 363% between the year 2020 and 2025. The operating margin for gas has risen by 198%. The profits, the operating profits between April 2020 and April 25 have risen to £514 billion, not million, billion pounds. That's what these companies are making on the backs of ordinary working class people who can't even afford to pay for their electricity and their gas. Brothers and sisters, the reason those issues are important is because those are the issues that matter in life. And none of those problems have got anything to do with immigrants or asylum seekers or poor working class people. Those problems lie at the door of the multi-millionaires and billionaires who spend their time dodging taxes in order that their wealth becomes even more obscene. Brothers and sisters, I want to say to you this. When people tell us that we should be concerned about small boats, I want to say loud and clear, I'm more concerned about the super yachts than I am about the small boats. Where is the concern about Hampshire 2? What is Hampshire 2? Hampshire 2 is the super yacht owned by Jim Ratcliffe, the owner of Ineos, who in 2020 changed his tax residence from the UK to Monaco to save £4 billion worth of tax. £4 billion. Brothers and sisters, the same Jim Ratcliffe, who is now closing the Grangemouth refinery with the loss of 500 skilled jobs directly and 3,000 jobs indirectly across Scotland. Brothers and sisters, Jim Ratcliffe didn't arrive in Scotland in a small boat. He arrived in a super fucking yacht
That's the people that we should be worried about. The Scotland I want to build, brothers and sisters, is a Scotland that owns and controls the natural wealth of our country on behalf of the people of our country. And we don't offer a fist of fury to those that want to come and live and work and make Scotland their home. We offer a hand of friendship, not a fist of fury. Some people in the run-up to today's event, I seen it in social media. Some people questioned, are we going to be flying Palestine flags at this event? Because I thought it was all about Scottish independence. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to say this to ordinary people who believe in Scottish independence. There is nothing contradictory in flying both flags at these demonstrations. Because the Scotland that I know, the Scotland that I love, has always had internationalism at its heart. Do you forget the city of Glasgow in 81 against all of the stream, offering the freedom of its city to Nelson Mandela when he was in jail? Do you forget Glasgow changing the name of St. George's Place, where the South African embassy was, to Nelson Mandela Place in solidarity with South Africa? Do we forget the Rolls-Royce workers of 1974 who refused to work in the Hawk engines that were getting used by Pinochet in Chile to kill ordinary socialists and trade unionists? Solidarity from the people in Rolls-Royce UK and East Kilbride who refused to be part of that war machine. By the way, it's in our heart, it's in our DNA. Go and read Scots Wahey. Go and read A Man's a Man for all that. Written in the 1790s, when Robert Burns was inspired by the French Revolution to write those poems about freedom. Internationalism has always been part of our DNA. We're in a city, for goodness sakes. We're in a city that gave birth to a man who helped fight British imperialism in Ireland in 1916. James Connolly, born in the Cowgate, is a hero in Ireland. He should be a hero in Scotland as well. Internationalism is what we're all about as a nation. And brothers and sisters, we apologise to no one for standing up for the rights of Palestine when we're here standing up for the rights of an independent Scotland. We apologise to no one because we say loud and clear in the independent Scotland that we have in our hearts, that independent Scotland will be a Scotland of freedom, of social justice, of genuine democracy. That independent Scotland won't invite warmongers from Israel. They'll expel warmongers like Israel from our shores. Please, brothers and sisters, please use the opportunity. My final plea to you, please use the opportunity that presents itself next May, please use your votes. You've got 2 of them. You've got a constituency vote and you've got a list vote. By all means, I'm going to be voting on the constituency for the party that believes in independence. I'll be voting SNP regardless of any dislikes I have about priorities or individuals. That doesn't matter. What matters is that we prioritise independence. That's why my first constituency vote will be going to SNP. But brothers and sisters, please learn from the mistakes of 16 and 21. Don't let the unionists in the back door by giving them your second vote. Give your second vote. Give your list vote to another independence party. I'm not saying, I'm here today, I'm on the national executive of ALBA. Yes, I would appeal to you to give your list vote to ALBA. Of course I would. But if you're not giving it to ALBA, give it to another independence candidate. Because to give your second vote to the SNP is the equivalent of letting those Torags and right-wing individuals from Reform into that parliament. That's all it is. It's a unionist strategy. Brothers and sisters, let's have no truck with unionism. Let's unite behind the bigger cause. It's not about one party. It's not about one individual. It's about all of our children, all of our grandchildren. It's about Scotland's freedom, Scotland's independence. Use your vote next May. Vote Independence 1, vote Independence 2. Thanks very much, brothers and sisters.
That was our Tommy. Next up, I'd like to introduce Fiona Nelson. She's standing as a candidate for ISP for Argyll and Bute. Fiona, come on up. Give her a big round of applause.
Thank you. I'm just a wee short person. Okay, is that me? Okay. I hope everyone can hear me. Right, so I'm here to speak on behalf of the Independence for Scotland Party. And, well, we've got to listen. When people of Scotland ask the political parties to unite, we must listen. ISP have always believed in country before party. So, when Liberate Scotland formed, it was a no-brainer for us to join other people like-minded looking for independence. The whole principle of independence political parties joining is a little bit new to us. But Liberate Scotland have proved that unity works. Unity works when individual people put their political thoughts aside and stand on one issue only. And that issue for us is independence. Nothing less, nothing else. Let me hear it from you. Independence. Nothing less, nothing else. Now, our candidates are from all walks of life. They're from all different backgrounds. They're not privileged. They're all self-funded. They haven't got big businesses behind them supporting them, thankfully. So we need to get behind Liberate Scotland. Now, ISP have always been ahead of the game when it comes to ideas and policies. And our interest was fair tweaked last week when we heard that Kevin Stewart, MSP, was bringing a policy forward for Holyrood to stop the swearing of the oath of allegiance to an English king. About time. But Colette Walker, leader of the ISP, along with Alan Petrie and Eva Comrie, actually started this campaign over a year ago. They're catching up. Good, good. Okay, remember this, folks. Scotland's dream is Westminster's nightmare. Let's give them some nightmares, folks. Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that. I'd like to introduce Sarah Sawyers. She's got something special to tell you all.
Right, I've been told I'm to use the mic properly today. So let me know if I'm not. So just very quickly, on the 18th of September, we are presenting Scotland's right to self-determination under international law at the 60th session of the Human Rights Council in Geneva. And this is not actually a legal hearing, it's a presentation where we make available the facts about Scotland's real position as a colony of an English state calling itself the UK, and present the evidence for that, and talk about the rights that we have in international law. We will be filming it, and it will be available online. So I hope that answers some of the questions I was being asked earlier on. Today I've got another historic announcement. You know, one of the things that's hard and also amazing about being part of Salvo is that we're constantly doing things that have never been done before. And this is important enough that I'm going to read it rather than just off the cuff it. So today we've two marches for the most basic justice imaginable that happened here in Edinburgh. This one for the rights of Scots to self-determination, and another, not far from here, for the right of a people, the Palestinian people, to live. And these two things are far more connected than you might think. What does the genocide of a whole people in Palestine have to do with Scottish independence? First, we are being made to support the crime of crimes through our taxes, through the participation, the direct participation of the British military, and through government support of weapons manufacturers that are still supplying the murderers. All of that in violation of international law. Now, we know from our own past what genocide means. We know what dispossession means. We know what it means to be removed and dispersed across the world, and to want only the right to live as a distinct people in our own lands. But we are denied the freedom to show our opposition to the unspeakable crime being committed now in Palestine. In fact, we are made complicit against our will because we are colonized by the British state. Because we are not independent. Second, our brave people are being detained, arrested as terrorists, and punished for adhering to international law, for non-violent and moral protest, when that protest is an inherent human right and a proud Scottish tradition. And they're being punished under an English legal system, not ours, and in flagrant violation of our own Scots law. What has all that got to do with Scotland and with our independence? Everything, because it cuts across our right to be who we are, to uphold international law, to stand with those who suffer as we once suffered, and to act according to our own values, not those of a corrupt, Zionist and genocide-participating government. Now, we can all see that the misuse of terrorism law to criminalize genocide protesters is an affront to humanity and morality, but it's also illegal in both Scots law and international law. What can we do? The Scottish Constitution is founded on the sovereignty of the people over government. This includes our lawful right to challenge and overturn any corrupt or oppressive law. So, Salvo is now getting ready to assist in a legal challenge to this abuse and violation of our own and international law. We're getting ready to use, wait for it, the claim of right for the first time. This legal challenge will do more than one important thing. For the first time since the Treaty of Union was ratified, we will assert the continued force of the Scottish Constitution, codified in the Claim of Right, which limits the power of government because it makes that government and its actions subject to the rights of the people. It establishes the sovereignty of the people over their governments. We will make a stand for humanity and for international law, and the challenge to a genocide complicit government will help show the world that Scots stand with the victims of genocide. This is also our chance to challenge an oppressive, and to quote the Claim of Right, an arbitrary and despotic government as unlawful. The Claim of Right provides Scots with specific legal protections, and it does that by making specific government actions illegal. These laws have never been used to challenge any wrongdoing of a UK government before, and now they will be. And the Claim of Right has always been ignored by the British establishment because the rights it provides make government directly answerable to the Scottish people. In other words, they put the people, not the government, in charge. When we assert any part of the Claim of Right, we assert the whole. So this will move the sovereignty of the Scottish people from a verbal performance by insincere politicians into political reality. All of this is why a challenge under the Claim of Right takes us closer to our own independence. While we stand with Palestine, with the protesters of genocide, with humanity, and with international law. So, we will be looking for support from every Scot who opposes the genocide in Palestine and every independence supporter. Watch this space. Make sure you join in the campaign and support it in every way you can, because we need to send a strong, clear, and practical message to Westminster. And that message is this: your time of trampling over human rights with impunity, your time of trampling law, ours and international law, with impunity is over. And it's over because the Scots are coming.
Well done, Sarah. Looks like there's something exciting happening soon. Next guest I'd like to introduce you to is Mr. Graeme Dallas. A big round of applause.
Thank you. Do mate. How we all doing? Okay.
Obviously not. Ian, how are we doing? With an army at the border and a navy close at hand, you rode into Scotland demanding our land. Bullied and bribed, those so-called nobles signed. They signed the Treaty of Union. Do what you do, say what you say. When the people are united, the people get their way. From the Highlands to the Islands, from our east to our west shore, Scotland will be a colony no more. When the people rebelled, the redcoats arrived with a brutal occupation. So many people died. They robbed us of our culture, our language and our dress, and they call this a union of equals. Do what you do, say what you say. When the people are united, the people get their way. From the Highlands to the Islands, from our east to our west shore, Scotland will be a colony no more. Those who remain and those who survived passed down the knowledge they tried so hard to hide. Nourished by that knowledge, our appetites revived. Scotland demands independence. Do what you do, say what you say. When the people are united, the people get their way. From the Highlands to the Islands, from our east to our west shore, Scotland will be a colony no more. Do what you do, say what you say. When the people are united, the people get their way. From the Highlands to the Islands, from our east to our west shore, Scotland will be a colony no more. Thank you very much. Mothers and the fathers and the children are wise to the knowledge of power is theirs to decide. Then the ruling class with their dues too high will have to bow to the will of the people. When the generals find their soldiers wise to the deception of doom that they prophesize, finally they will all come to realize they don't pay the piper, they just use it. And I know, yes I know, yes I know, I know the wind has changed. Ye kings and queens, you inheritors of wealth, whose ancestors took our land by stealth, charging people to care for the health of the land. You claim as your birthright, but the mothers and the fathers and the children now know that if they are to reap the crops that they sow, then the rivers of change must be allowed to flow, and your days are not now. They are numbered, and I know, yes I know, yes I know, I know the winds have changed. When you realize the weak are strong and all you believe to be right may be wrong, then you'll no longer have a need to hold on, and I'll know you're ready for reason, and your ivory towers will turn to glass, and the fire that you breathe will turn your mansions to ash, and all that you dread will come to pass. Fear not, you're worth more than all that. And I know, yes I know, yes I know, I know the winds have changed. So tell people, to tell people, to tell all of their friends that this state of madness must come to an end. Let us not allow violence to descend. I pray this revolution will be peaceful, but let the soldiers, the preachers, the law fall in line. When the seekers of truth give us a sign, let the political class and the sponsors resign to the fact that a new age is dawning. And I know, yes I know, yes I know, I know the winds have changed. Thank you. Why are you so proud of the empire? I suppose ignorance can be bliss, but one of the world's richest nations, England, you're taking the piss. And so David Lilly asked the question, why is England the only country known that doesn't want independence, that doesn't want to stand on its own? Are they skint? Are they skint? Are they so bloody skint? Do they have no money of their own? They ran around the world stealing other people's jewels, and now they refuse to send them home. They hate change, they hate immigration, fearing their culture won't survive. But when their mother was rushed into hospital, those immigrants kept her alive. And so David Lilly asked the question, all right David, how is England the only country known that doesn't want independence, that doesn't want to stand on their own? Are they skint? Are they skint? Are they so bloody skint? Do they have no money of their own? They ran around the world stealing other people's jewels, and now they refuse to send them home. Their industry they sold for a pittance, social housing sold that as well. Then they sold all their gold to China, and still they believe they're doing well. And so David Lilly asked the question, why is England the only country known that doesn't want independence, that doesn't want to stand on its own? Are they skint? Are they skint? Are they so bloody skint? Do they have no money of their own? They ran around the world stealing other people's jewels, and now they refuse to send them home. Are they skint? Are they skint? Are they so bloody skint? Do they have the money of their own? They ran around the world stealing other people's jewels. Now they refuse to send them home. Woo, tell about puff. Rich man bought the TV station to control what you see. The rich man bought the newspapers to control what you read. Then he bought the politicians to control what you do. And there ain't no use in voting, 'cause he bought the other side too. And when will you see through the spin and the lies? When will you hear the cries? And when are you gonna break the chains by which you're tied? When will you open your eyes? He gave us evil leaders for those who love to hate. He gave us global problems for those who love debate. All of these distractions to keep us dialed in. The rich man wants us looking at anything but him. And when will we see through the spin and the lies? When will we hear the cries? And when are you gonna break the chains by which you're tied? When will you open your eyes? The rich man builds the bombs, the rich man builds the planes, the rich man starts the wars, and this whole thing's insane. Then the planes take the bombs to knock the cities down, and the rich man takes your taxes to rebuild those cities and towns. And when will you see through the spin and the lies? When will you hear the cries? When are you gonna break the chains by which you're tied? And when will you open your eyes? When will you open your eyes? When will you open your eyes? One more. Last one. Listen carefully, my friends, it's floating on the breeze. You can hear the whistle blowing from Thurso to Dumfries. So get the kids to carry out and don't forget the wife. Hop on board the Freedom train for the ride of your life. Get on board, get on board. The Freedom train when it comes rolling through. You gotta get down to the station, destination, liberation. Sing this song, it won't take long for us to see this through. train goes up, the train goes down, the train goes round and round. Every day the freedom train, it rolls from town to town. Some say the train, it goes too fast, some say it goes too slow. But it's headed in the right direction that we truly know. Get on board, get on board. The freedom train when it comes rolling through. You gotta get down to the station, destination, liberation. Sing this song, it won't take long for us to see this through. Should old acquaintance be forgotten and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgotten for all time? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a couple kindness for old lang syne. Thank you for listening. Been a pleasure. Cheers, man. Love you too. Can we love each other? All right, Bruno.
No, it's too high. Oh, thank you. Listen, folks, I've got a blue cagoule, I think it is, it's been handed in. If it belongs to him, they just come up and get it. Right, our next guest I'd like to introduce is Jun Hisop. He is an SNP councillor from Edinburgh. Welcome, Jun.
Guys, folks, I think I'm the last speaker, so well done to each and every one of you that are still here. I know it's been a long day, and what a fantastic set of speakers we've had and performances. As the last speaker, I think it's probably the onus on me to say I think we should all give a big round of applause to all under one banner, all the organisers, all the stewards who put lots of effort in today to make this happen. It was nice earlier, I was walking around when I got called out and summoned to the tent, and I was just kind of taking in the atmosphere. What a nice family atmosphere it was, and in contrast to that little group of wee unionists over there that were shouting abuse at the police when families were walking past. So testament to the independence movement that we will and always will be a welcoming movement, and that the Saltire represents family, it represents community, and it's a flag for everybody that chooses to make Scotland their home. So, as I say, my name's Jun Hisop. I'm a councillor here in Edinburgh. Wendy said she was going to introduce me as Edinburgh Council, which I said, absolutely do not do that. They'll be throwing fruit at me. So I'm also a candidate for the SNP in the elections next year in Edinburgh Northern, and I won't speak for too long because it's been a long day for all of you. But I got involved in the independence movement back in 2014, actually, because I believe, like I'm sure each and every one of you, that Scotland has so much more to give to the world than we possibly could do as we remain tied to this undemocratic union. In 2014, I was working. I just not long left school, actually. A few years I left school, and I was working in a job that took me the length and breadth of Scotland, delivering on the government's carbon emission reduction target scheme in some of the most deprived communities in Scotland. And day in, day out, that's what I was doing. And do you know, for a young lad that grew up in a rural community in the south of Scotland, it was pretty radicalising for me to see the extent of poverty and deprivation in many of our former mining communities, our urban communities as well. It was absolutely sickening. And I suppose my journey to political awakening was when I started to ask questions. And I think that's pretty normal for most folks, and I'm sure in the lead up to the independence referendum, when we're having a big national debate about our constitutional future, it was a process that a lot of people were going through, starting to ask themselves questions. And for me, the question was, why, in a rich country, am I speaking to people, I'm out in communities, and there's children that are waking up in damp, cold beds, that are going to bed hungry? Why, in a rich country, are there families that can't afford to put food on the table? Why, in a country with the oil wealth of Scotland, are there pensioners lying in their beds or feared to go to bed because they can't put the heating on, and lying in their bed, looking at their breath condensing in the cold air, and wondering, or fear at least, worried about what tomorrow brings? For me, and I'm sure for everybody, and certainly for my generation that were inspired by the independence debate and discussion, independence was an opportunity for hope that there was a different way to run a government, a different way to distribute resources. And like I'm sure all of you, on that fateful morning, I was devastated by the result. And what we got, as we don't have to, I'm sure I don't have to remind you, is another 5 years of austerity or more, 6 years, 7 years now of austerity. We got Brexit, we got Boris, we got Truss, we got rising cost of living. So a lot of those families, a lot of those people that I speak about earlier that are struggling to make ends meet, struggling to put on the food on the table, do you think it's got any better for them? I can tell you now, absolutely hasn't. It's got worse, it's got more difficult. It's not good enough. But friends, there's another way. There is still another way. I say that to you now. With the full powers of independence, with all the economic levers of independence, we can create an economy for the people of Scotland that works for the people of Scotland, that harnesses the competitive advantages that we have here as a naturally wealthy and gifted country, nation, historic nation. We can build an economy that works for the people. We capitalise on those natural advantages in ways that policymakers in London simply cannot. We build wealth, we capture that wealth, and so that we can provide a future of plenty for the people that choose to call Scotland their home. For me, that's what this next 6, 7, 8 months and the lead up to the next parliamentary election is about. One of the most fateful and one of the most important moments in Scottish politics. Because it's an opportunity for us to say again that Scotland won't be sitting back and taking what we're given, but rather we're here, we're not going anywhere, and we have the right to decide our own constitutional future. Friends, thank you very much for all of your efforts today. Really appreciate everybody coming out. Thanks again to All Under One Banner for coming out. And safe travels home. All the best. Bye now.
Well done, Ewan. I need to hist at him for working for Edinburgh Council. Next up, I'd like to introduce Amanda Brown.
Thanking you. Thanks for waiting, by the way. Wait a minute, can't I see? Okay, so I'm going to start off with one that... hang on, my tuner's still on. Is that working? Hey! This one is for David. Not this Dave, that David. I don't know if you can see changes that have come over me in these last few days. I've been afraid that it might slip away. So I've been telling the stories and singing the songs that made me think about where I came from, and that's the reasons why I seem so far away today. Knew you'd ask at some stage. I will look forward to talking about it one day. Here's a story of a hopeful guess, 'cause you're part of the reason that I voted yes. When I was your age, we had some discontent winters. Like in the fairy tale, there was a witch of Westminster. Power and contrast of a comic book villain. She passed away now, but we didn't say good riddance. 'Cause by the time she passed, she was a feeble old lady. Forgot what she was doing when she was going places. Always treat people how you'd like to be treated, 'cause the hurt and the anger she left was deep-seated. Schoolies stopped my free milk. Could be said in a wider context, they stopped my free will. Can always separate feelings from cold facts. On the school bus, I read graffiti saying no poll tax. Now in 1979, people voted to control their own reality. Didn't happen on a technicality. 97, they said it wouldn't work. But they suppose letting us try couldn't hurt. Now in 2014, they asked the question, do you want to be independent? I remember thinking if we didn't answer yes, you could be 18 before they'd ask us again. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and I'm going home. And if I might become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I'll ever had. So this is about the colour of your skin, or where you were born, or who you call kin. It's about pure and simple geography. And caring for everyone responsibly is about people facing poverty with immunity and building and supporting our communities. Too many people want off this path we're following. Time to change how we do politics. Responsibility and independence, leading by examples with the messages we're sending, character traits you want for your own kids one day. So why wouldn't you want them for your country? See, the older you get, the less you see things in black and white. And I'm just trying to do what I think is right. With simply voting yes, the problem isn't solved. But you can't change the world taking no risk at all. Spin doctors spinning stories to control the plot, like Rumpelstiltskin spinning gold from straw. Weaving webs like Charlotte's spider webs, and the trolls under the bridge became Cybermen. In a world of recession, food banks and destitution, world turmoil and very little resolution, violence and terrorism, press wizards cast their best illusions. I was part of a peaceful revolution. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and I'm going home. And if I might become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been the best friend I've ever had. They said we had our heads controlled by our hearts, but you make your decisions by both and large. As for those who said our hearts were controlled by our heads, told their story of the goose that laid the golden egg, meaning sticking as we were was the safest bet. To me that was succumbing to playground threats. To me that wasn't making sense, 'cause there's a possibility for real change instead. They say your home's where your heart is, from Willy's shed to Doctor Who's TARDIS. It's also true that your heart's where your home is, and it won't be that long till you're grown with your own kids. Of course we had reservations, who didn't? Despite the white paper Scotland's future isn't written, it's wrong that the politician should be the shepherd of the wolf, 'cause that ways they want you for your flesh or for your wool. The biggest triumph for the 21st century state was to convince us having a dream was a cliche. 1% of the world has 90% of the wealth, and the system says to step on focus helping yourself. I hope you're hearing these thoughts in amazement. And inequity is consigned to the history pages. Don't I see another lost generation? rioted, frustrated, and cross with their parents. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and I'm going home. And if I might become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything we've all ever had. Caledonia's been everything we've all ever had. Thank you. That was just for you, David. Okay. I haven't done this one for years, but I know it's like some folks' favourite, so I'm going to try this, right? Hopefully I don't take it. In days gone by, Scots working man was loyal to his feudal clan for what was wrong or what was right. His cause was always Scotland's fight. And I was born neath Scotia's hills, my heart with Highland grandeur fills, and with the Garry's waters flow a history bitter, more than the slow. The Bruce and Wallace cracked the bands that fettered loyal Scottish hands, and for a while our land was free. Then came the shame of 1603. King James the Christian's wisest fool forsook his name, the South to rule. But soon he spawned the Stuart sons, who vainly faced Culloden's guns. From Berwick north to Johnny Groats, the lairds of donned their Saxon coats, and who for Scotland's freedom stood, soon drowned in Westminster's flood. We laboured neath the Saxon yoke, MacGregor's name shall ne'er be spoke. The hills are overrun with sheep, and freedom has been put to sleep. The times have changed, the years have gone, yet English justice, it lingers on. Our working men, as battles in the past, betrayed by Saxon ruling class. The time is right, the time is now. Renew your patriotic vow. I fear no hell or English strife. For Scotland I would give my life. Thank you.
Like, I have had no plan for today. None at all. Just my plan to begin with was getting some sleep, and that didn't really work out. So I'm going to just play with this a little bit, and I'm hoping it's going to go down well for me.
This is one for everyone to sing along to. Oh, you can't shove your granny off a bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny off a bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny, 'cause she's your mammy's mammy. Oh, you can't shove your granny off the bus. And in light of the Scotland game last night, I'm going to just keep going with some Scotland songs. Hey, she says, I had a dream, dreams come true. In bonny Scotland, I'll play for you. I hope and pray and do. In bonny Scotland, I'll start singing for me and you. We're on the road to Ali's army. We're on the way to Argentina. And we'll really shake them up when we win the World Cup. Scotland is the greatest football team. Yabba dabba doo, we're the Scotland boys in blue. And it's easy, easy. Yabba dabba doo, we're the Scotland boys in blue. And it's easy. Yabba dabba dee, we'll support them all the way, and it's easy. Yabba dabba dee, we'll support them all the way, and it's easy. We John McGinn, Super John McGinn, I just don't think you'll understand. Stevie Clark's man, he's better than Zidane. We've got Super John McGinn. I'm like, what comes next? Oh, yeah. Oh, the rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum. Words I love you rolling off my tongue. Wherever I may go, I know my place is home. The ocean meets the sky, I go sailing. We'll be coming, we'll be coming, we'll be coming down the road. When you hear the noise of the Tartan Army boys, we'll be coming down the road. When you hear the noise of the Tartan Army boys, we'll be coming down the road. And well done, Scotland, for last night. And I know it's just a draw, but that's massive. Oh, I forgot ginger pubes. Ugh. Anyway, I'll do it next time. Thank you, guys.
Where is he sitting? Right, that's us came at the end. Mike Fenick sitting around here, and he's no leaving until everyone he's went and signed the declaration. You got that? Hint, hint. He knows where you stay. Right. On behalf of the team myself, I'd like to thank everybody for coming and the other events this year. Groups of supporters, Indie Live, Bruno and the stage team. The list is endless. All the stewards. And you'll know that we had a crowdfunder up this year. Okay. 10K. It's gone. Right. Our accounts will be going up on social media, so you'll know exactly where it went to, and there'll be another one going up next year. So, be generous. I'll give you an example. The toilets cost £1,000. Right? So, that's... I'll not repeat what Derek said there, but was it a bit... Yes. Again, thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see you next year. Okay? Sarabha Gabra, thank you.
We in the heather mo.